Hello, welcome to the Field of Streams, where I, your host Janine McRae, bring you the tiny thoughts that stream from my brain and present them to you as though they're a pair of hippie happy pants that fill you with such a sense of overwhelming joy and peace and elation the second you slip them onto your leg pegs. You squeal with what can only be described as delight. Jubilation! Now, I can't promise you much with these little wardrobe malfunctions, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long. A promise like that deserves a follow, don't you think? Tap that follow button. Every time you do, a writer gets a pair of happy pants too. Boy, howdy. This is a conceptual piece for sure. I started by thinking of famous guitar riffs. The first one that popped into my head was Smoke on the Water, and then Whole Lotta Love maybe. But then I made a list, did some digging, and out popped this piece. But it's all about creating your own riff, or your own version of what a riff would be, depending on what you do. Your own distinctive tune that will be remembered forever, if you're lucky. Because the opposite of a good riff is raff, and you'll make plenty of that too. The riff is perfection, the raff is naff. It's okay to be a little bit rubbish on the way to immortality. The pursuit of your riff is the only thing that matters. I think making the riff something other than just something you play on a guitar or a musical instrument is the larger picture here. This episode pays homage to a bunch of musical riffs, and you may pick up on that. They're kind of like Easter eggs in it. But even if you don't, it won't matter. Enough of these bum notes, let's get to it. Please enjoy my enthusiastic reading of the post, Find Your Riff, via a Whole Lotta Raff. Your riff is your delicious, that last lick hooked in the glorious tasty. It taps and floats within the unknowable space of an unlocked galaxy, existing between ripples upon the tip of a finger at the edge of possibility. It is the soaring, never-ending, locked-eye bend. Your raff is a little bit rubbish. If your voice is a shy squeak, Tupperware trapped in timidity, suck that container of air into your lungs and sing. Honk and bellow and twiddle the dials on your mix until it distorts your ego into submission. Shower songs or car croons, step right in and belt out a tune with no shame and no sense of pitch present. Your only mission at this moment is out of tune, off key, and on purpose raffery. Raff is the roadmap to riff, a one-nation army storming the endless beach of try. Soap up your sound and shower it with glory. Slick back the hair of its treasured melody. Make your neighbours cringe and your cats skedaddle. Smoke the water with this, your glorious raff. But know that it is not, and will never be, your riff. Your riff is your delicious, that last lick hooked in the glorious tasty. It taps and floats within the unknowable space of an unlocked galaxy, existing between ripples upon the tip of a finger at the edge of possibility. It is the soaring, never-ending, locked-eye bend. Your raff is a little bit rubbish. If your body is a stiff implement, never fluid nor arranged in sublime balletic configurations, add your name to a sign-up sheet for a class taught by a person with the joints and cartilage of a toddler. Through this raff, you will discover, quickly, where your rhythm lies. And that rhythm never lies. If this is raff, not riff, you will miss the beat, tap out of time, pop lock, and snap out of whack. AKA, be a little bit rubbish. Tempo elusive, flow unknowable. You will get no satisfaction upon this discovery, but a whole lot of love for the feel of it. Walk this way as you dance in the streets. Shake a tail feather, a rump, and more. Live confident in the realization that, while enjoyable and something you will always engage in when the beat drops, this ain't your riff. Your riff is your delicious, that last lick hooked in the glorious tasty. It taps and floats within the unknowable space of an unlocked galaxy, existing between ripples upon the tip of a finger at the edge of possibility. It is the soaring, never-ending, locked-eye bend. Your raff is a little bit rubbish. If your hands yearn for the cold clay and grit of slippery spin, if they crave ceramic excellence with an earthy, primal sense, find a teacher, throw a clump on a wheel, and get to raffing. Stick your thumbs in the slurry and wet and tuck and pinch and disfigure that pot to within an inch of all right. And when you hear a classmate whisper to a friend, "They should stick to," know that you have found a Raff. Raff is life. For every born to be wild, there's 100,000 born to be mild. Oh, sweet child of unfine arts and crafts, this Raff may fire up your soul, put a fine glaze on your happiness as a pastime and pleasure, but be ready to accept it. This heat is not your riff. Your riff is your delicious, that last lick hooked in the glorious tasty. It taps and floats within the unknowable space of an unlocked galaxy, existing between ripples upon the tip of a finger at the edge of possibility. It is the soaring, never-ending, locked-eye bend. Your Raff is a little bit rubbish. Twang and slide and pick a tune. This is the Raff of a guitar picked up too late by hands that gnarl and snarl and can no longer open a pickle jar. This Raff can smell your teen spirit from a mile away. This Raff gleefully provides an outlet for your doomed dream fantasies. Desire is potent. Desire moves willing hands upon frets and ignores arthritic knuckles and sobbing fingertips. The Raff salves and soothes with every strum. And if the practice doesn't stick, or if it's too hard, or you're veering toward the inevitable campfire guitarist for life path, you must accept your Raff-revealed fate. Back in slack, kicked back, been too long, and glad to be racked. This is the Tao of this Raff. Picking up your cherished electric or acoustic love, knowing that whatever happens, air guitar shreds eternal. You must accept this truth. No disrespect, but this is not your riff. The list of possible Raff is endless. Pursue them with vigour. Be a little bit rubbish at a whole lot of things. Touch upon the glossy faces of perfection with grubby hands and bold excitement. Try something once, so that it may become a twice, or a nothing at all. To find your riff, your wholly, repeatable, memorable, iconic purpose, you must practice your Raff. I'm not good at anything. You can be exceptionally good at Raff. Raff hard and Raff often. Find old Raff, new Raff, messy, confusing, worthless, shit at but love doing, rough edge, one and done, Raff. This is what it takes to find your delicious, your locked eye, last lick, never-ending bend. And there you have it. Today's episode. There was a link in the written version of this on the words One Nation Army, and it was to a Conan O'Brien interview with Jack White, talking about what it's like to hear his most famous anthemic riff at sports events. I put that link in the description if you want to go listen to that. But let's wrap this up. I hope you'll come back for more episodes, or if this is your first one, feel free to go and explore the back catalogue. Lots of things to binge on there. Most are super short, except for that one about the darkness, am I right? That was like a half hour. But come on, it's the motherfucking darkness. I'm getting worked up just thinking about them. A reminder that these missives are designed to inspire creative folk to get out there and make something of their own. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow the podcast so that you never miss one. Sign up to read my writing at janinemccrae.substack.com. But for now, I'll leave you with the same thing I always leave you with. Love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.